month ago.
Well, here he is, all decked out in his finery, prepared to wrestle, I guess.
IHW champion, here is Fatality.
Paul Lewis being joined by Lord Fatality.
And IHW co-founder, superstar Bryan Ryder.
Superstar Bryan Ryder, the third member.
Ballz Ryder.
Ballz Ryder. All right,
I'm still not happy with him after him and Fatality, after the match I had with Paul Lewis last time, for what he did to me.
And there's the man himself, Vengeance David Fuller, rounding out this team of 4, ready to go into action against the representatives of NAWA DFW.
You know, Rob, I hate to come at this point in time, but I don't know who to choose on this one because, you know, I'm part of the board of directors of NAWA, but yet I was a part of IHW back in the early 90s when they started. I was on national TV reffing Necro Butcher's match.
Loin.
All right, the DFW team coming out, the NAWA DFW team.
Former two-time DFW champion, Richter.
All right, as the NAWA team is being introduced.
Where'd he go?
Dick Loin and Chris Richter. Very familiar with Chris Richter and his history in this great sport. He's wrestled under other names, of course. And half the team is in there as we are waiting for the rest of the team, one of the fine tag teams in this sport.
DFW Tag Champions, here is the New Legacy.
New Legacy, Jeff and Jerry Brown, the Wild Cards, One Eye Jack, Suicide King, whatever you want to call. These two guys are some great tag teams.
And, well, there they are in the crowd, and they're coming in out of the crowd as they get ready for this match here, this 8-man elimination match.
Once again, Rob Moore, I'm really torn here as to what side. You know, part of IHW, part of NAWA DFW. You know, it's hard to be impartial in this. I don't know who
I understand. And once again, you know a lot more about the situation and the inner goings-on behind this match, and I'm going to be counting on you to keep everything straight here as far as what's going on. But these are 8 rough, tough men ready to mix it up here. And winner take all, one of these organizations is having its last match right here.
I think, Rob Moore, one thing I'm really concerned about is who's going to be paying my paycheck at the next show. I don't like David Phil, I don't like Paul Lewis, I don't like a couple of these guys on this team. But I'm out me, Rob Moore. I want my money. And I want to know who's going to be paying my check. Will it be IHW and these guys? Will it be NAWA DFW and these guys? We're about to find out.
All right, and indeed, getting paid is very important. I know all about that. And this could end up as a total brawl before it's all over. Elimination rules, is that correct?
As far as I know, it's elimination rules. It looks like Ballz Ryder and Jerry Brown are about to start this match off.
Well, David Fuller making some noise. Says, give it up for Paul Lewis. And I guess he's got some fans out there.
Well, I mean, you know, he's got family too, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a few folks here from, even Vengeance Fuller. Like, you know, Paul Lewis bought him a new set of teeth.
Oh, that was nice stuff. All right, this one is underway. Ballz Ryder and Jerry Brown in there. Well, looks like Jerry has tagged in his brother, Jeff Brown. And, well,
Loin's in there now. Are they playing mind games? Now, Chris Richter's, they are playing mind games with IHW. Maybe this is what it's going to take for NAWA DFW to win this match.
Well, certainly both teams have got to be at the top of their game, and they've got to have all their mental facilities going at full speed. And I think everybody has had a turn in the ring for the DFW team.
Looks like Vengeance David Fuller's on the floor in the manager role, but he climbs back up on the apron.
Well, trying to get something going for the IHW crew, I suppose. Ballz Ryder and Jeff Brown about to lock up here. collar and elbow tie up by the two. And it is Jeff Brown circling around, side headlock now, winding down on it, grinding away at it, and a hammerlock now by Ryder. Side headlock by Ballz Ryder. And look at this, top wrist lock, and it is Jeff Brown. Well, Ryder telling the referee to check for the hair, but that was just an excuse for him to pull Jeff Brown's hair.
I'm going to say, looks like the NAWA DFW team's got the size and strength advantage, but IHW team looks like they have the cheat advantage, if you know what I mean, Rob.
I think I do know what you mean. Side headlock takeover by Ballz Ryder. He continues to maintain the hold on Jeff Brown, one of the new legacy. Referee in there checking very closely. Referee's got his work cut out for him in this one, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. Ballz
like
Ryder
I said, the size and strength advantage goes to NAWA DFW on that one.
Jeff Brown coming off the ropes. Couple of reversals and an arm drag takedown by Jeff Brown. And another one. Ducks the clothesline. Flying drop kick takes Ryder off his feet and to the floor.
Looks like NAWA DFW is starting out hot in this match. I mean, there's so much on the line in this match, Rob. They are pulling out all the stops. It looks like Chris Richter is just now tagged in.
All right, and we've got Richter in there, and Ryder tags in Vengeance David Fuller.
If I've ever seen a mismatch in my life, this is one of them. You got Chris Richter about 4 times the size.
What in the hell was that? What is he doing? Fuller coming off the ropes, and oh, look out. Oh, spinning head scissors by Fuller. And look at this. Oh, slams him down. Just about slams Fuller out of his pants.
And look who he tagged in. Paul Lewis.
Oh my gosh, Commissioner Paul Lewis is in there. Now, I don't think I've ever seen Paul Lewis wrestle.
Hey, I wrestled him. I beat him, but he had to go to his undermining tactics, as always, to pin me. But it looks like Paul Lewis wanted Dick Loin in the ring. They had a match at the last show.
All right, so we've got Paul Lewis for IHW, Dick Loin for DFW. And they look to match up very well, size-wise anyway.
Talent-wise, I don't know. I think Dick Loin's going to have the edge on that one than Paul.
We're going to see. They're doing a lot of talking in there, and Paul Lewis showing off his muscles. Well, looks like he wants the old test of strength, the Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
I don't trust Paul Lewis anyway. So Dick Loin should not trust Paul Lewis, what'd I tell you?
Well, nice maneuver there by Paul Lewis, faking out Dick Loin, and now twisting wrist lock, and now he's banging away on the left arm. Putting another twist, another yank on it.
This is something new, baby.
And Dick Loin lays in a right hand on Lewis.
Like Paul Lewis didn't last real long in the ring, and Lord Fatality is tagged in.
All right, we've got Lord Fatality, and I think we're going to see another member of DFW tag in, and indeed we do. Here comes Jerry Brown of New Legacy.
One thing I've noticed about IHW is they keep pointing this to who they want. You got to beat all your opponents to take ownership of this company. And they don't need to be pointing out. They need to go after every one of them.
That's right. Somebody gets pinned, they go to the back, and the team wrestles a man down, and so it goes until we finally end up with one team with every member eliminated. Jerry Brown throwing Lord Fatality into the ropes. Fatality coming off with a shoulder tackle. And now he follows up on it, coming off the ropes, and Jerry Brown, oh, drop kick, caught him right on the point of the chin.
Both the Brown brothers have shown that they've got tremendous agility in that ring.
Absolutely, and now a twisting wrist lock, and now Jerry tags in his brother Jeff. And both of New Legacy are in there, and looks like well, let's see what they're doing to Lord Fatality. Oh my gosh!
And that is why they are one of the best tag teams in the area, Rob Moore.
Turn them upside down and inside out, and now a snapmare, and twisting, spinning, drop kick, and a kick to the back of the head. Jeff Brown missing with one maneuver, but making up for it.
What the hell was that?
All he did was miss time him, Rob Moore. That happens a lot. You know, there's such
Yes,
a big ring, you can miss time, but yet he stayed right on him.
Well, Ballz Ryder is tagged back in now. Now we, oh,